Hello, the weekend starts here and we're back with another stream, another Team Lotus stream in this F1 Manager series. Yes, it's Friday, as I said, the weekend begins. We've just had some real F1 action, sprint qualifying, and now we're back with this Team Lotus series. Yo, football editor, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. So yes, we are back with another live stream, and we've just had the summer break in this series, so we've got 10 races to go, and that starts right here with the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort. Now, we qualified in P1 with Lawson. We got a bit lucky with the weather. The track dried out with a couple of minutes to go, and the AI decided not to go out, so Lawson, by nearly a second, claimed pole because of the track conditions. And Ricciardo claimed pole. That's a lie. Ricciardo claimed pole. And for some reason, he's got a 10-place grid penalty. And we didn't put any new parts on the car. So I'm not sure why he was having that grid penalty. I have no idea. Because I don't think anything happened in the last race where he got a penalty. So I don't know what's going on there. I hope it's not a bug. But yeah, he's got a 10-place grid penalty. And because of that, I thought, well, we may as well put on some fresh parts and start from the pit lane again. So that's what we've decided to do. We've put a fresh ERS and gearbox in there because he was taking the 10-place grid penalty anyway. We may as well just put those new parts in, take that penalty now, and hopefully not have to take one later on. Who do you think is going to win the Constructors' Championship? I think McLaren, and I hope McLaren as well, being a McLaren fan. But from sprint qualifying, it's looking pretty good. Ferraris were looking good in practice, but they fell away. So, yeah, Lando was looking pretty good all the way through that sprint quali. So, yeah, hopefully McLaren for the Constructors. So, yeah, in this one, we're going for the same strategy as in it's a two-stopper for both. Danny Rick only has one set of softs, though, so he's going to have to go medium, softs, mediums. I would have preferred him to go the same route as Lawson. It's quicker, which is soft, medium, soft. But as I say, we can't do that because he's only got one set of softs. So that's how we're going to have to attack this one with Danny Rick. He started from the pit lane last time and managed to get third. Whether he can repeat that, that might be a stretch. But we'll see how we go then as we start this Grand Prix in Zandvoort. Same football editor. Good to hear. Good to hear. Here we go then. Right, let's start this one. See how we go.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be.
So Liam Lawson is going to be starting on pole here. And we've got a McLaren behind us in Oscar Piastri. Lights out for a quad war there. And we're watching Danny Rick start from the pit lane, but we really want to be watching Lawson to see if he can hold off Oscar Piastri into this first corner. And he does, and it looks like Verstappen is having to go on Piastri. As Ricciardo is underway with Hulkenberg, who started from the pit lane as well. So yeah, Max has made a good start there. Championship leader Bottas in 5th. Interestingly, we look at the car analysis before coming into this one, and yeah, it doesn't look like any of the AI have been developing their car either. So it looks like everyone's focused on 2026. So that should hopefully mean we can continue to battle for podiums and potentially race wins. Ricciardo, 2.7 seconds. Only problem starting from the pit lane I've noticed in this game has got a yellow flag. Is that Lewis? Or did he already have damage? Van Dorn is locked up and he is now dead last. So that's given a position to Danny Rick.
Oh, all right so far. Very heavy on the brakes.
Oh, and the other Alpine got caught out by that as well, Drugovic. Yeah, the only problem with the pit lane start I've noticed from this game since I've implemented is they start too late in terms of, you know, normally in Formula 1, they get going a lot quicker than that from the pit lane. All right, so Max Verstappen is the car now in 2nd place. He's getting a nice toe. And in front of his home crowd, he's going down the inside and he's going to take the lead of the race. So Max Verstappen leads. He's on the softs as well. We have got to manage this soft though, so I'm not going to push that too much more. And we just hope to stick with Max and get into that DRS and manage the race from there. Yeah, Hamilton looks like he's running an issue here, doesn't he?
I want to see good management.
Now Ricciardo all over.
Your race is
the
now.
other Alpine of Drugovic. Witzer, hi buddy, how's it going? Danny Rick had a 10th place penalty. I have no idea why. We didn't change any parts, so I'm hoping it's not a bug. But yeah, because he was given a 10th place penalty, I thought I might as well buy some fresh parts to see us through the rest of the season and start from the pit lane. So he was taking a penalty anyway. Made sense to sort of compound it and use some fresh parts. So he did put it on pole, but rather than start 11th, he's going to start at the back of the grid with some nice fresh parts in the car. Right, Lawson sticking with Verstappen. Ricciardo did crash in the final practice session that did say goodbye to a gearbox. Another penalty with Ricciardo, indeed. Yeah, but I'm not sure why we were given the original 10th place. It didn't make sense because when that 10th place was already there when we started the race weekend. So, not sure. Unless it carried over from the last race. But they normally don't carry over in real Formula 1, but maybe that's a glitch with the game. So I'm hoping next race he's not going to have the penalty as well. Right, Lawson sticking with Verstappen then. Verstappen having a good race so far, opening stint at least. The Mercedes have gone the other way, and actually everyone from 4th down to Sonoda in 9th is on the medium. So the soft tyres looking good at this stage, but it'll probably come to the mediums as Lawson looking at the inside. Now going to try the outside on Max Verstappen, as we've built a 2.8 second gap to what is now Russell.
I could do it. Keep trying.
He was on the mediums. He's took both Mercedes took quite a bit of life out of that medium though.
Copy.
Piastri maybe was holding them up. And Ricciardo has got past Drugovic finally.
Daniel Ricciardo. There's the opening.
Ricciardo, I think, got into the points in Hungary by lap 10, didn't he? I think it's going to take a little bit longer this time around.
And keep going with the lift-off. You're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift-off.
But he is up to P19, so 3 positions, well 2 positions actually, because Hulkenberg started behind him.
Lift-off. Copy.
In my F1 23, my team Bottas joined Mercedes, but is retiring next season. Who knows? He might retire in this series next season. Especially if he wins the Drivers' Championship. That'll be a way to bow out from Valtteri. Lawson just about staying in DRS. As Max covers off that inside, but not quite enough. He left enough of the door open. And Liam Lawson's going to sneak on the inside to reclaim the lead. And Piastri is back past Russell. So it's 3 seconds the lead, or the top 2 lead from 3rd place onwards.
Here's the replay. Now we're watching the action closely.
Yeah, it looked like he'd closed the door. And then, oh, that was brave from Liam Lawson. Sneaks it down the inside.
Race leader.
So very much Lawson and Verstappen battling for the lead in these opening phases of the Grand Prix. They have certainly pulled away. Ricciardo's 1.5 off Gasly, so a bit of work to do here. Tune 11, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. And he's nearly on to Gasly and Zhou.
Certainly don't let any cars pass you.
Piastri's tyre life is good. Max Verstappen's tyre life is not good. So Lawson is in pretty good shape early on here. His tyre life is better than a lot of these mediums as well. And Max again will be pushing for the lead, but I'm not too worried about it because he's absolutely obliterating those soft tyres. So Max reclaims the lead. Lando, I'm signing Danny Rick next. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Russell now the car behind.
Ricciardo.
3.2.
He is on Gasly and Zhou here. Oh, it's a bit more difficult to overtake round here than we found in Hungary, though. Especially when you've got a car benefiting from the DRS. Gasly's got the DRS on Zhou. As soon as we get Gasly, we should get past Zhou pretty quickly. Ricciardo's got to go to lap 25. Lawson, lap 23. And if you jumped into the stream, as always, if you can smash a like, really does help me out. I wonder what this issue is that Hamilton is carrying. Russell's starting to close a little bit, but as I say, 82%. Bottas as well. Scott Barron, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Hope you're well.
Understood.
So here we go. Rinse and repeat at the moment. Lawson juice to the inside, then snaps back to the outside. On Max Verstappen. Max is going to try and hold that inside line though, but Lawson braves it out around the outside. And we're back into the lead, but this group of Piastri down to Sainz are now starting to gain. So this top two that we're pulling away by about 3 seconds, I think this top two is shortly going to become a top 6. Ryan Luke missed the start. Why Rick at the back? Yeah, he started from the pit lane. So we had a 10-place grid penalty, but we decided to take some new parts and start from the pit lane. 1.6 thousand likes. Enjoy. Thanks, Wits. So much appreciated, buddy. Yes, you can visibly see those other cars in the background now, led by Piastri.
Did just get DRS.
As we say, we look at Lawson. He's on the softs. He's got 15%. Max is really pushing those softs. He's got 4% on Piastri. Lawson's even got 2% on Russell, and one, I was saying with Bottas, but on a slower, softer compound. So managing the tyre deg very well. So again, Max may well get past us here. As we see those other 3 cars. Sainz has dropped back a little bit now, so it looks like it's going to be a battle between the top 5. As Max and Lawson continue this battle. Could this be a battle we see in real life in 2025 in the same machinery? Is Lawson bound for that second seat in Red Bull?
Gap 2 seconds.
Perez knocked out in SQ1 again. It looks like we've got 2 retirements. Oh dear. Teo, Pocher and Perez. We're talking about Perez. He's in the wall in that Williams. And we've got a safety car very early on here. That could help Max Verstappen, who's absolutely obliterated his softs. Literally mentioned Sergio's name. And what has happened here? Oh, he's just absolutely rear-ended Teo. Perez forgets where the brake pedal is.
And just like that,
brakes too late. And straight into the gearbox of Teo Pocher. And both Sergio Perez and Teo are out of this race. You viewed, hello buddy, how's it going? Hope you're well. And that's a nasty one. They are both out. What for? I think it was Charles. Charles got knocked out in Q2, so he's still bogged down out there. I think it's too early for us to pit.
Looks like quite a big accident, yeah. So just look out for any debris along this section.
The pit loss, even halved, unless everyone pits, but it's very early. Lewis, thanks for the follow. Where are we on the track map here with Lawson? Here we go. We're about to come round. Are we going to see Max? If I was Max, I'd be in the pits. So this will be interesting. He does pit. Now, what is Russell? Russell pits. Piastri pits.
Russell is pitting.
Good to hear you viewed. Good to hear, buddy. I think it's too early. It's too early for us. The whole grid are pitting, though. They're taking that effectively free pit stop. But look where it's promoted Ricciardo.
Currently P1.
Okay, they've got fresher tyres now, but Ricciardo, certainly we shouldn't have pitted with Ricciardo. And Lawson, potentially we should have, but I just feel it's too early for our strategy.
Keep looking after your tyres. You did a very good job.
The Mexican Minister of Defense strikes again. He does indeed. But yeah, as I was saying, are we going to see Liam Lawson in that Red Bull alongside Max next year? Obviously, Sergio knocked out in SQ1 again today. And he's really struggling. He's just got no confidence, as he, Sergio. Kieran, thanks for the follow. Right, let's forward on. Get this restart underway.
Yeah, confirmed the safety car will be in this lap. So prep your tyres.
Copy box.
Safety car's ended then, so Lawson is going to choose when to bolt here. He's leaving it as late as possible. That is wise, and he's gone.
You are
Looked pretty good, to be fair.
Until the line.
Looked very good.
Stop the lift off, please.
Okay, understood.
So we are back underway then, lap 10. So it's now Bottas, the championship leader, who's in second, so he might have benefited from that. Verstappen, though, is in fourth on those fresh tyres.
Thoughts on tyres?
Ricciardo's got up to P7, so he's jumped a car. Russell. Damo, thanks for the follow. We get the nose cam on. George Russell. Good work. So, yeah, certainly not pitting Ricciardo is work, because he started 22nd up to 7th, and he's only used, what, 23% tyre life, so I'm pretty happy with that. My car is 2 AP on F1 23 career mode. Now Lando won the championship. Let's go. You're cooking a 5-star meal. Signing Rick next season. Great stuff, Damo. Thank you, buddy. We've got another yellow flag. Looks like Ocon has had a lock-up.
Understood.
Let's take
So
a closer
Esteban
look.
has had a bit of an
Let's
issue
watch
here.
these cars as they head into turn 10.
Was running in 15th.
The brakes couldn't cope.
And he'll now
and
be
they ended up
last,
their
well,
own
20th
passenger.
of 20 runners now. James, thanks for the follow. Goes Leclerc through, goes Ricciardo. So Bottas is going to be attacking us here, no doubt.
Recharge on, please.
Copy.
Right, I'm going to go for a bit of top-up with Lawson
DRS
now.
enabled.
Bottas, 74% on the mediums.
Keep it sensible on the tyre.
Okay, copy.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Look after the tires.
My Filipino girlfriend has been busy with her family with the fact it's Thanksgiving and like America is a big thing in Philippines. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I know. I don't really understand it not being, especially America as
job.
well with Thanksgiving, because it's just
Currently
something that we
P5.
don't do. But you know, having a day off and all the rest of it, it's a big thing.
Piastri 1.1 now.
And Ricardo gets
We
past
should be able
Sainz.
to take a look here. And we're watching Daniel Ricciardo.
So Ricardo's finding a
And they
groove now.
squeeze by.
That is audacious from the Honey Badger.
And fifth place.
Goatee doing goatee things and helping Bottas do well, as Bottas looking for the lead. So
Only
Ricardo's up to
just on
5th,
DRS this time.
but we've used all the battery, so we're going to have to go a bit of top up there as well.
Reminder on the battery. Charge on.
So Bottas will be getting past us here. Don't think we can do anything to defend from Valtteri, who's having a bit of a push. So down to P2, Verstappen looking very handy, who's already pitted. I think Piastri stopped as well, didn't he? Yeah.
You just keep your head down.
So maybe we have made the wrong call with Lawson, but we shall
Piastri.
wait and see. Is this real and live or just a game? Just a game, Mike. What year is this and what happened to Pourchaire? This is a second season, 2025, and Teo Pourchaire was just rear-ended by Checo. Right, let's use a bit of battery with Lawson here. Try and get back up to
Can pick up
Bottas's
stage a little
DRS.
bit for the moment.
Checo doing Checo things even in the game. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that.
Look after the tyres.
Okay, so Bottas leads, but of course Lawson and Bottas haven't stopped. Piastri and Verstappen have. Ricciardo and Sainz haven't. Alonso has. Both Ferraris got damage. I wonder if that's underfloor damage, running wide. So I think Max is looking pretty good, and Piastri at this stage, and Lawson is going to try and reclaim the lead on Valtteri. We do indeed. What is that tyre life looking like? Very close, but we're on softer tyres, of course. Ricciardo is right on Sainz now.
Did an excellent job. Okay, currently P1.
Well, any driver transfers forced with a mod, etc. was these... No, I didn't edit the database with the driver changes. These were legit changes that the game decided upon. So I did put it out there to the community for 2025, whether I edit the database to reflect the real changes or let the game do its thing, and the game done its thing. That's why we've got Stroll in a kick, for example. Polar, thanks for the follow. Right, Ricciardo needs to get past Carlos Sainz here because he is slowing us down, and that is job done. And I'm going to go for a little bit of a push with Danny Rick there.
And we open the gap if we can. You're doing a good job.
So Danny Rick up to 5th, started last, but of course we haven't stopped with either car, so we are going to drop back. And here comes Bottas. This is same again then.
Don't stress.
So back to P2, absolutely fine. But the thing is with Lawson, it was difficult because we were at the first basically. So if we were 3rd or 4th and the top 3 jumped into the pits, we would have jumped in. But it was a hard decision to make really. But we'll see. It might still play out. Yeah, I think because America had them as territorial colony for so long, being US airbase Philippines as well, holidays rubbed off on the Lotus always seem to be extra. Chance to eat turkey in America to me. Indeed, indeed, you viewed. I'm going to do an F1 manager with Porsche. Get on it, football editor. Alright, so Lawson sticking with Bottas. Ricciardo P5, and he has already... Well, Sainz has actually been passed by Alonso as well, but he's nearly broken the DRS to Fernando. Where do we want to be here? Lap 25, didn't we, with Danny Rick? And lap 23 with Lawson. As Max Verstappen is getting back involved now. Someone who did pit under the safety car, along with Piastri. And they are looking very good at this stage.
Okay, crack on. Piastri behind.
So Russell... So the next car that did is Alonso, who's behind Ricciardo. And then it's Norris and Russell. Russell's got bogged down a bit in traffic, though. 7 seconds off the lead. Tyres down to 84% already. But if I was Max, I'd be trying to get in the lead and then just attack on those tyres because he's got such a good tyre margin now. He can really push for the win. So we might live to Rue not coming in for that safety car pit stop. Definitely Ricciardo, it was the right choice.
DRS.
But Alonso looking very handy now. But he is on the softs and he's pretty much obliterating them because he took 21% out in a few laps. Ricciardo only 1.8 actually of joining this this top 4. So who knows how far Ricciardo can go here. As Lawson is trying to battle Bottas. Max has got the lead. So I think Max might be able to break the DRS here because he's got that good tyre margin, 79%. So he's got 22% on Bottas, 20% on ourselves. Alonso's got past Ricciardo. But he's really pushing on those softs, so not too much we can do about this. But at this stage, he'll probably go past the deg of Ricciardo and have to stop again before us. Unless he starts to go through a managing phase. And I won the constructor. That's what you're going to do next season, Callie. Indeed we are. That's the aim. Want to smash these 2026 regs, though. Yeah, the Ferraris are definitely struggling today. Alonso, we haven't seen an Aston Martin that high for a while, but I think he's benefited from the safety car and he's on those softs. But I think Danny Rick is going to get pulled along by Alonso, and Alonso's going to get in Piastri's DRS, and the top 5 might all
Update on tires, update on tires.
be together.
Okay, understood.
Although Lawson is being challenged by Piastri, who is another that
think about
did
the lift
stop
off.
under the safety car.
Copy.
We'll get back.
Ricciardo's back past Alonso. Where's that happen on track? Lovely work from Ricciardo. F1 Racer, I'm back. Hospital, I hope you're well, buddy. Right, and Alonso gets back past Ricciardo then.
Easy on the tyres.
Now we kind of do need to push Lawson a
Copy.
bit to stay with Oscar
Got the margin.
Piastri. Got a bit of margin. We've got 6 laps till we need to stop. Got a good margin with Danny Rick. Break my ankle. Oh no, buddy. Hope it's healing up well. My to-do list is to find out what I need to do to get a visa to the Philippines and visit my long-distance girlfriend after I had a cultural misunderstanding and overcame it. I realised I should go in the new year. It sounds like a solid plan you viewed. And Ricciardo again, that's that same move from earlier. But again, it's going to give Alonso the DRS on the back
Alonso
straight.
will have DRS.
Although Ricciardo
Understood.
is now picking up DRS on his teammate, who is now dropped. Lawson's dropped back from Piastri, who's struggling with a bit of pace here. We will let them fight because Ricciardo's looking a little bit quicker at this phase. So Bottas is remaining with the top 3. Those two did pit, of course, Verstappen and Piastri.
Out the tyres.
But Lawson is struggling. That's clear to see. Yeah, Russell has got bogged down, though, definitely.
Straight into management.
I think Ricciardo's going to be past Lawson. Alonso probably as well. And there goes Ricciardo. Let's hope our two teammates do not collide here. Of course, Lawson will now benefit from the DRS here, which will mean Danny Rick is under pressure. Alonso will have DRS as well, so this could get nasty. And Bottas reclaims the lead. Here we go. This could be 3 wide. I don't think Alonso's going to find much room in there, is he? No, he has to dip back in, but he might be back past Danny Rick.
Just head down. Door is behind you.
We've got 4 laps. I'm just thinking we might have to attack and just use this tyre. Because
Just push, please.
Lawson is
Copy.
causing Ricciardo lose a bit of time here. They've dropped 4 seconds on the leaders, top 3. So let's just see if we can close that gap, and we might have to box a little bit earlier than we want to. Leclerc got some damage and now a fault, so not going well for Ferrari. What's the tyre life of these up the front? Bottas down to 46%, same as Lawson and Danny Rick. Alonso
has
already
some
down to
DRS.
50. Verstappen's using a lot of that tyre life though.
Okay.
And try to cool down the tires while you can. It's slightly coming up.
Right, here we go again. It's Alonso who's going to come out on top this time. Lawson stays ahead of Ricciardo still.
Copy.
And will Alonso be able to bolt away here? I don't think Alonso will be an issue in the long term. It's just because he's benefited from the safety car. He's got a bit of tyre delta on us. But once that balances out, I think we'll be clear of him. Russell's now
management up.
2.4 back. Now he's going to go longer, so again, he might be a threat. Going to be interesting once we get to the final stints to see where we're at. But yeah, it's staying about 4 seconds to the top 3. My footy team I support is playing today in the FA Cup. Who is that football editor? What round are we at in the FA Cup? Gainsborough Trinity. Is it still a qualifying round, or is there first official round yet?
Gap at 4 seconds.
So Lawson back past Alonso, but again, Alonso will get the benefit of the DRS. Piastri sets the fastest lap of the race, and he leads, and he's out of DRS. Fernando on the inside. Oh, God, I don't like free wide. I do if Fernando comes out last of it, though. And we do. We worked that well in the end. Round 2 of the FA Cup. Cool. F1 drivers are great at poker. They know how to keep a straight face under pressure.
Gap 4.2.
Another yellow flag. Joe, it looks like. You viewed is back with the jokes.
Car is off.
Joe's had a spin. What's Gran you up to here? Oh. Been a while since a joke you viewed. Alright, just saw Carlos Sainz has stopped. Look how tight the grid is still because of that safety car still.
Yeah, copy that.
The biggest gap really is Tsunoda to Norris. And the group of Hamilton, Russell and Norris are gaining on these guys.
So box, pick confirm.
I'm going to box Lawson because I just think he's losing way too much time out there.
Get ready.
Okay.
Especially with Sainz pitting. We don't want an undercut on us.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Okay, head down. We keep focusing.
Oh, it's a slow rear right. It's not that bad. It's about a second and a bit too long, but problem is when you're boxing, we're coming out in a lot of traffic here. Oh dear. We really don't want to be behind on 4 cars here. No. Oh, that is something, isn't it there? Right, Lawson's going to have to get aggressive here. That's not ideal, but he's around the outside of Gasly.
Car behind. Gap behind 4 seconds.
He's going to have to make light work of these because he's going to lose so much time.
We need a little bit more lift off, please.
Understood.
Ricciardo's going to get some DRS on Alonso. Might well get back past him. They're only 2 seconds back on Bottas now. Bottas is going to stop shortly. Right, here comes Lawson. Really needs to get past this Alpine, and he's not. This is not great for us here.
Okay, good job. Okay, yeah, we are P4. And in front of you is Bottas.
Have these stopped or not? No. And they're even getting past Charles Leclerc. Oh, Lawson, that's nice though. That is an aggressive run. Right, that's another one picked up. Is it? Yes. Right, so past Charles Leclerc, we've got to get Van Dorn and Drugovich. And then the rest are spaced out, so the DRS should be a little bit easier to get past them. I asked my friend if he liked F1, and he said, I'm just here for the gear shifts. You viewed. Did you hear about the F1 driver who opened a bakery? He needed something, I'm assuming.
Tyres have stabilised now for the moment.
Hit us with it.
Bottas stopped.
Lawson on Van Dorn. Bottas has stopped. I'm going to get Danny Rick in this lap. Lawson round the
Fox,
outside of Van Dorn. Still hasn't got this done. Come on. But he should now get DRS on Drugovich, who hasn't got DRS on Stroll. So this should be easier. Oh, he did just get DRS, so maybe not. Later braking, though, from Lawson. Let's get it done. Now he's on to Stroll, and then there's a 4-second gap. And we've got a yellow flag, and someone else is out. It's a virtual safety car. This will be perfect.
Virtual safety car.
This is perfect for Ricciardo.
Okay.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down.
Nico Hulkenberg has binned it. Oh, Nico. That's a bit like Ricciardo when he broke his wrist. Right, virtual safety car. But is that now going to benefit all the leaders again? You would think it would. Piastri and Verstappen already benefited from a full safety. Are they going to jump in for this virtual? Piastri decides not to. Max decides not to. Surely Fernando will be in. No. Well, that is a surprise. Right, Ricciardo's into the pits. He may well jump Bottas here, thanks to this virtual. No, another slow rear right. 3.7 again. So Bottas,
Okay.
keeping to his delta.
Alrighty.
There he is. And Ricciardo is going to be out in front of him.
Sorry for that.
So that's worked very nicely for Danny Rick.
And that's currently P9.
Not so
Magnussen
much for
ahead of you.
Lawson.
Magnussen 2.3.
He invented the quick pick
Behind you is
pace.
Bottas.
You viewed. Okay, so let's forward on until this virtual ends. I don't think that's worked very well for Lawson, but it has benefited Danny Rick. I'm not sure why some of those leaders. Alonso
Down
pits
in the
now,
pits.
though.
Oh, that's a slow
He's had a
one.
pit stop issue, though. So I think he still had time to benefit from it. The virtual's still underway. That's a very slow stop.
How much will also do?
We should have jumped Alonso because that slow stop. We have indeed. Right, virtual safety car is ending.
DRS enabled. Warm up your tires.
Less of a lift.
Right, Ricciardo's got 1.4 on Bottas, who's
Focus on
gone
the car
back
right now.
onto medium. So Bottas certainly going to stop again.
You can use overtake if you need.
Yep, understood.
What's Magnussen? He stayed. All of these are stayed out. Ricciardo looking pretty good now. Lawson needs to clear Stroll pretty quickly here.
On DRS behind.
And we've both got DRS, but if we make this work, then that's very nicely indeed. Although it's now Alonso ahead of us on the same tyres. And then it's 5 seconds. Oh, hello. Lawson's going for it already, though. Don't mind us. And DRS open as well, so that should allow us to pull away from Fernando.
Okay, good job, thank you.
So that works well for us.
So let's take a look at the replay.
This was very
And we're
aggressive
watching
indeed.
The action closely here. The opportunity begging to be taken. And that's 10th place and up into the points.
Very good work from Lawson then. Back into the points. He's now 4 seconds, 5 seconds behind Bottas though. Bit unlucky there, Lawson, where that virtual safety car fell.
Don't destroy the tyres too quickly.
Probably.
Just keep looking after your tires.
Okay.
So Tsunoda is 10 seconds off Russell. What are we off the lead? 24 seconds off the lead now. It's Tsunoda up next for Ricciardo, 1.3 behind. Magnussen's ahead of Bottas. Lawson just about staying ahead of Alonso's gap for DRS. So Bottas sets the fastest lap of the race. Let's just get Ricciardo up closer to Tsunoda. And Alonso is back with Lawson. This is fine. We're just kind of managing the tyres at this point. It's 8% between Lawson and Alonso, so we'll monitor that to see if Alonso is pushing. Right, DRS now on Tsunoda. And hopefully on the start-finish straight we should be able to get this done, although we're doing a bit of what Lawson did do on Alonso. Hulkenberg on Aston on the podium too, very nice. Oh, Bottas getting involved.
Just keep the head down on the way to...
Dips out of it. Okay. Can Tsunoda keep him behind? I don't think he can, so Bottas looking very racy now.
Alrighty.
But Bottas certainly pushing on those mediums. He'll be on the softs at the end.
Okay, good job.
But you don't want to... He might have to put them on very early if he continues to abuse that medium, though. Let's going to see some free stoppers. And Lawson continues his battle with Alonso. They're 3 seconds back on K-Mag. A few of these will be coming into the pits in the next sort of 5 or 6 laps. Louis, is this F1 24? It's F1 Manager 24.
On Bottas has DRS now.
So Bottas, as I say, is looking very, very pacey on us at the moment. Lawson's closing that gap to Magnussen. What's Bottas tyres saying? Yeah, he is certainly using that medium. But he's going to try and get past Danny Rick here. We're not too concerned about this as long as we can stay with Bottas.
So we've got Magnussen
And Magnussen's jumped into the pit, so that's cleared him for Lawson. He won't lose any time there, and it's now 4.6 seconds to Tsunoda.
Don't worry. You keep behind.
Yeah, so Bottas now used more tyre life than Ricciardo. Doctor, I feel like a football. Get over it. Your knee is fine. Bottas 4 seconds off Hamilton, but all of these sort of top 5 in the 40% range with their tyres. Lawson and Alonso still battling away. They're 3 seconds off. What was that? There was 8% that margin between these two. It's now 5%. So Alonso again also using his tyres more than Lawson as George Russell is into the pits. So is Russell going to be... No, we should clear him. Lawson and Alonso should clear him.
You focus on the...
He's not going to be too far off, is he, George? Not going to be far off at all as Lawson is back past Fernando.
Keep it up. Tsunoda ahead.
And George now out on the sauce, but he's not going to get them to the end. So he'll be pitting again. It's going to be an interesting one at the end. A 3 second gap to Tsunoda, now down to 1.9. Ricciardo is staying with Bottas.
Managing all your tyres.
Bottas now used 2% more. Tsunoda's probably going to come into the pits as well and open that gap.
Okay, so currently...
Now 3% between Lawson and Alonso's tyre life, so this isn't going too bad, I feel. As Verstappen is in the pits now as well.
Behind you is Yuki.
And Bottas and Ricciardo onto Hamilton, who jumps into the pits.
On the Hamilton has pitted.
Verstappen's having a very slow stop. That's nice for Lawson.
Now down to the pits.
And Lawson is going to get past Tsunoda, who isn't yet into the pits. So yeah, comfortably clear for Verstappen and
Fantastic
Hamilton. So Ricciardo
Gap,
P4, Lawson
11.2.
P5. But the cars who are now coming out behind us have got better tyre life, of course, now in terms of Russell, Verstappen and Hamilton. So at this stage, you'd probably say Verstappen is still kind of in it, but Bottas is looking pretty good for a win as well. And Lawson is probably out of contention for a win because he's dropped 11-12 seconds back on his teammate. That's a little bit too far back, I would suggest.
On a bit of lift off, you can, it should help you.
Yep, understood.
Callie, you could recreate the red and white Team Lotus livery from way back in the day when they ran gold leaf livery. Yeah, we're certainly going to do something different with the livery for Season 3. As Lando pits now as well. So will Lawson clear him as well? He should do, just about, yep. And now we've just got Piastri left of the runners that sort of stayed out under that virtual. And Ricciardo is sticking with Bottas, so that's good to see. Bottas certainly using more tyre. I think some of these are going to free stop, you know.
concern on tyre wear.
Although Verstappen and Russell not really abusing the tyres too much. Simulated FP2 and 3, got P4 and P11. Good stuff, football editor. Right, nearly halfway through this one. And Piastri jumps into the pits then. So this battle between ourselves and Bottas is now going to be for the lead of the race. As I say, unfortunately, Liam Lawson a little bit too far back, but Ricciardo with DRS. Is he going to take the lead of this one in Zandvoort, round the outside of Valtteri, who we keep battling with race by race? And we have indeed. So we take the lead. But I think this is going to be a race-long battle with Valtteri Bottas. 3 cars out of the race. Pourchaire taken out by Perez, and then Hulkenberg crashed all on his own. So we've got 19 runners. Charles Leclerc really struggling in that Ferrari. That might not make it till the end either. Tsunoda finally pits. Piastri did come out in front of Lawson, so Lawson is not on the podium as it stands. So he'll have work to do there.
Thoughts on tyres?
So it's really this battle, though again, Ricciardo's got really good tyre life compared to Bottas. And Bottas has got to go onto those softs, so I don't know, this looks pretty good for Ricciardo at the moment. We'll wait and see, of course, but he may well take the lead here. But I mean, in terms of the tyre difference, it's not looking too bad for Danny Rick. What I may do is just do Project GP and put Bottas and K-Mag in the cars at least for one season.
Okay.
K-Mag, that's dangerous.
Alrighty.
Okay, keep it clean. Focus on the pace.
Right, when
it's
are we
Piastri.
due to come in then? We're due to come in lap 49 with Ricciardo. Lap 50 with Lawson. So we've got a little while to go yet. I think these two are just going to continue to squabble.
So far, so good.
Yeah, we've got good tyre life on Bottas. And Alonso started to conserve those tyres. That's why he's dropped 3 seconds back on Lawson. Russell is now right on Alonso. But again, he's using quite a bit of that soft now. So he's not going to get those softs till the end. Last lap. So Piastri, we're just waiting to see what he does. But again, he's on soft. So he will be going quicker than Lawson. As again, Ricciardo. Each lap, they keep swapping positions. So it's going to be Ricciardo take the lead. Let's just continue to monitor this battle, but I think it's just going to keep swapping between those two. As, yeah, Lawson is staying about 6 seconds back. Russell has cleared Alonso now, so he'll probably move up to Lawson. But as I say, he's got to stop again. And there we go. Bottas reclaims the lead. So these two are just going to keep swapping lap by lap. 10% difference in the tyres now.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
What's the time margin we've got there?
On the pace.
Yeah, we could push a bit towards the end of this
Behind you
stint.
is Piastri.
Valtteri will probably be in by the time we start doing that. The idea to unlock what K-Mag had originally is the idea. Yeah, that makes sense. He definitely had it in him at the start. It's all over the place, this race, because where different people have stopped, so we don't really know what's going to happen until the final few laps of this one. Piastri's now 10 seconds off the lead, but he will reclaim that once Bottas and Ricciardo stops. But then he will have to stop again. Tom, what tyre Danny going on after the soft? He's on to the mediums for the final stint. He's not got another set of softs, so we'll be on the mediums at the end with Ricciardo. Softs at the end for Lawson. But he is going to have to manage those softs. It's a light stint. Here we go again.
In front of you is Bottas.
Repeat themselves. Danny Rick back into the lead.
No problem.
So at the moment, I'm not going to push Ricciardo because I don't want to do that until this sort of final stint of the final part of this stint. Lap 49, so we've still got 11 laps to go. But Bottas at this rate is going to have to pit a lot earlier than Danny Rick. And he will be on the softs at the end, will Bottas. Matthew Pritchard, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Hope you're well. So Lawson's fell 2 seconds back on Piastri. It was 6 seconds, now 8 seconds. Russell is now with us. Again, Russell... What's Russell done tyre-wise? Russell's gone medium, medium, soft. So it depends if he's got another set of softs left. But he's definitely going to have free stop. He's not going to get those softs till the end. But yeah, we've now got Russell, Norris, and Verstappen. Verstappen's dropped off quite a bit, considering he's leading. He's now in a net 7th place, really. He's not really got tyre margin on those ahead of him, so... As Bottas and Ricciardo swap position again. And Lando Norris sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's passed Lawson as well. So Lawson has just lost out to Russell and Norris there.
Just stay focused.
Right,
So we're about to see
take
it.
a look now. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here.
Yeah, they just
The
used the
opportunity's there.
slipstream. Both had DRS. Norris just used George Russell. OT gives Bottas magical, mystical powers. It's the mullet. It's the mullet. Okay, so Lawson's just got to try and stick with these. Now, Russell's already got those down to 68%. Yeah, unless Piastri's going to have a really big offset at the end, you'd have to say the race win is looking to be between Bottas and Ricciardo at the moment. Lawson just about to drop out of DRS, which we don't want.
Come on, mate.
Need to try and push him along a little bit
Hold the
here.
overtake.
Copy.
As Russell just lost a lot of time there to
So
Norris.
just manage your tyres.
Copy.
Ricciardo back past Bottas, but they're just going to keep swapping those positions. As Russell has a look at Norris, and Lawson just uses that DRS to get back up to the rear end of George Russell. What are the lap times saying here? 1:14.5. Yeah, so these going very much quicker than the
Focus on,
leaders.
on the race ahead.
The lead between Ricciardo and Bottas down to 8 seconds to Piastri. So Piastri might still be in contention. We're lap 49, aren't we? And lap 50, was it? Yeah. So we've still got 9 laps with Ricciardo. Our life is now 13% on Bottas. Right, next lap, I might try a little bit of a push.
Bottas is in your DRS now.
See if we can get past Valtteri. And pull away. What we want to do is get off on that banking, get the DRS, and really push.
Currently P2.
Right, here we go. Got some lapped, we've got some cars to lap as well coming out, Van Dorn and Zhou. So I'm hoping if I get past Bottas here, try and push away from him, then start getting DRS on the back markers to break the DRS 1 second. So here he goes again.
Lift-off required.
Danny Rick, he's got to get past this time.
Overtake available.
He does, and now he's got to push. Got to use all the tools there. Fuel, tyre life, and his battery. And try and break this DRS.
You're doing a good job. Okay, that's currently...
Bottas
P1.
very much is staying with us. It's only 3 temps at the moment. Yeah, he's not going anywhere, is he, Bottas? I think he's definitely used his tyre life and battery as soon as we got past him. He doesn't want to lose that DRS. But we are now at the back markers. So we'll continue to use the DRS for now. The ERS, sorry. As the Alpine gets out of the way. Nicely for us. Does he get nicely out for Bottas? No, he's holding Bottas up. Oh, that is beautiful work. And the Haas is out of the way as well. Oh, and he's blocked in beautifully there. Bottas has just lost DRS. He's lost nearly 2 seconds. Because the back markers have done a beautiful job for Danny Rick there. That could have worked out better.
And try to cool down the tires.
Danny Rick gets the fastest lap with that push. And he's broken the DRS to Bottas, giving ourselves 1.8 seconds.
That was a very good lap.
And Bottas got... Yeah, he's used 11% more tyre life, so he's going to be into the pits a lot earlier than us. Right, Lawson. DRS on Lando Norris, who's lost DRS to George Russell. So Lawson, up the inside, no, too far back. And actually, his tyre life is now going to go... It's now going to swing round at the crossover
Norris
point.
ahead.
It's now at the crossover point between Lawson and Softs, where their Softs are going to be more warm than Lawson. So Lawson should be able to come back at Norris and Russell now. So Ricciardo leads now by 2.2 seconds. Has he got any more traffic coming up? We just need to monitor that. We have indeed. We've got quite a bit of traffic. Lap 49 for Danny Rick that we want to pit. Charles Leclerc still bogged down in 15th. Just retire that Ferrari, boys. But if you are in the chat, what do you think of the sprint race qualifying? Who do you think is going to be the podium for the sprint tomorrow in real life? McLaren boys looking very good, although Mercedes looked good as well. As I say, Ferrari in practice looked good, but certainly fell away during qualifying.
Norris ahead. 0.5. Yeah, don't worry, mate.
I think I'm going to go for Orlando winner, George Russell second, and Oscar Piastri third. That's my sprint podium. Right, Lawson. Norris is back into the DRS of Russell, which isn't ideal, but now we have reached that crossover point. So Lawson has better tyre life now than those ahead of him. Ricciardo's got 3 seconds on Bottas now. And Ricciardo's got past Gasly and Van Dorn, where Bottas hasn't, so maybe Bottas has caught them at a horrible place again, because it's now 4 seconds. Ricciardo is looking very nice at the moment, but as we've seen already, safety cars can happen on this racetrack. Lawson, let's give him some battery here, because Norris, I think, has just fell out of the DRS zone. That should be the detection zone. So Norris is going to be vulnerable here.
Norris ahead of you.
As we jump on board of Lawson. Oh, there we go.
Don't stress.
That's job done. Before we get anywhere near a corner. Lawson through into P5. Now he's just got to close up to George and do the same.
So currently P5.
But can Lawson get a podium? Piastri is 9 seconds up the road. Piastri's going to have to pit in a weird place, though. So we'll see with that. Lando very much trying to stay with Lawson here. We need to get into Russell's DRS. If not, we're going to be under pressure.
Just keep your head down.
Oh, he's not managing it, though. Come on, Liam.
Prep ourselves for a push. We do not require any fuel liftoff.
Copy.
Right, we should be into that next DRS, so that should be fine.
Copy.
George is suddenly pushing there. Now 6 seconds to Bottas. Ricciardo's having a lovely time out there at the moment. Piastri might still be a threat, though. As Lawson on George Russell, again, just too far back. Bottas in the 115s. Bottas has fallen off the cliff.
Head down.
Bottas down to 40%. Bottas needs to get into the pits. Piastri is only 3 seconds back now. Yellow flag, though. Could this be a safety car? This would be beautiful for Bottas. No, it's not. That's good for us. Drugovic has a lockup. UV's going with a Lando win. Oscar Piastri second. Alonso will turn on something in the Aston Martin and get third. That's bold. Jason, this looks awful. Thanks. My face or the game? Bottas pits. Alfie, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. It's a slow. Was it slow? I think it's all right, actually. Where does Bottas come out, though?
Anything can happen still.
We had good 6 seconds now on Bottas, though, so I think we're fine to go to our pit window here.
Car ahead is Piastri.
And Lawson's got past Russell.
Now we're watching the action closely here. They decide to give it a go. Really, what fantastic.
So we've broken out the DRS to Lando and now got the move done on George. So right, where do we go with Lawson then? We've got lap 50. He's got a little bit of time margin.
Start picking up the pace.
Russell down to 42%.
Increase liftoff as well, please.
I think Ricciardo can probably push, on these tyres.
Head down now.
Understood.
He's got 2 laps. .25 to go. And Ricciardo, I feel, is looking pretty handy, to be fair, chap. Russell very much staying with us, though. Is he abusing his tyres? Only 5% margin, so... Might be a battle with George until he stops. Ricciardo's got 7 seconds on Piastri. What's the pit loss here? It is 21.2, so let's just call it 22 seconds. Bottas 26 back, so we're fine on that margin.
Gap 3.8.
Just really waiting for the second round of pit stops. Piastri's got 13 seconds on Russell and Lawson, so I think he's looking pretty good for that P2. I'd say he's just going to have to pit at a weird time, Piastri. He's a bit out of kilter with everyone else at the moment, is Oscar. Camera, do you have a wheel or anything? I do have steering wheel set up, but haven't used it for a long time because not playing the F1 racing games. Sat in the corner of my gaming room, gathering dust. Right, Ricciardo, we want to pit this lap.
Box.
Okay.
And Lawson is going to get that move done again on Russell. And this is what we saw earlier between Bottas and Ricciardo. Just keep swapping positions.
So this is good. Currently P3. Piastri ahead.
Russell will probably be in this lap as well, I'd imagine. Yeah, I think Russell might pit this lap. So we're going to probably be fighting with Russell till the end with Lawson. Yeah, not a fan of tech camera. It's a Thrustmaster. Didn't play enough of it really to warrant a fan tech.
Did just get DRS.
Ricciardo's into the pits. I wonder if Russell's going to jump into the pits as well. We need a nice clean stop from the pit crew here. Piastri takes the lead of the race. Oh, slow. It's going to be awfully slow. No, it's slow, but not awfully slow. 4.4.
Okay.
Russell did pit.
Alrighty.
So, Lawson...
Okay, sorry for that.
I wonder if we put him on the mediums.
Push now, push.
Right.
So it's currently...
So Ricciardo's out behind Lawson. I just want to see what tyres Russell has put on.
And directly behind you is Bottas.
Russell's gone mediums. Okay, that's interesting. We'll go softs and see how that turns out.
When you get to him, you can overtake.
So Bottas is 1.3 behind Ricciardo. He's on the softs, but he's at 89% on those softs. Our teammate's free to fight, but that's because Lawson's now going to jump into the pits. So we've got another yellow flag.
It's a fairly heavy accident.
It's not changing to a safety though by the looks of it. Lance Stroll. Is that it? It's a random one. I don't think there was an accident. It looks like Stroll went out wide. Maybe a bit of floor damage. Right, Lawson into the pits. Got another yellow flag. Verstappen's into the pits as well. Gasly's had a lock up in the other kick Sauber. .7. That's probably our best pit stop of the day, I think.
Racing, Russell.
Gasly must have clipped. We couldn't see it on that onboard then, but Gasly must have clipped Stroll because he's got a penalty. And George is just going to squeeze past. So George gets the undercut on Lawson there. Lawson's got to try and stay with George, stay in that DRS.
Gap
Right, Ricciardo's
1.2.
got Bottas all over him.
Use your tools.
We're going to get DRS off this back marker, but we need this back marker to get out of the way.
Good place.
Understood.
But she's not really doing. It's Gasly. And he pits. But he wasn't getting the way there, was Pierre. And Bottas is going to try make the move for the lead of the race. Ricciardo tries to defend, but there's nothing we can do there. Bottas is through, but he is on the softs. So they're going to degrade a little bit quicker than our tyres. So we'll try and save a bit of tyre life behind him.
Okay, head down, no problem.
As long as we can stay in his DRS as
He's
Lawson
2.5 behind.
is making the move on George Russell.
Need to drop the pace.
Okay.
Or we can cancel lift off.
Yep.
Sad that no F1 Manager 25. Yeah, it's not been confirmed as yet, or it hadn't when I looked earlier in the week, so I don't know if there's been any more on that. Piastri did pit then, so he decided to pit very early, Piastri. He had a good time margin, and I would have expected him to stay out for a few more laps, but he didn't. So it looks like Lawson is probably going to finish 4th or 5th. Piastri looks too far away. Frontier ended their contract with F1 yesterday. Oh, did they? Yeah, I knew last week, obviously, the rumours, and when I looked Monday or Tuesday, there was still no official news, so yeah, if there's been something on it in the last couple of days, I've been out of action, so I've not seen it.
Keep your head down.
We are out of DRS.
We've actually used all the battery there with Lawson, which isn't ideal.
You can go recharge on.
Especially with Russell trying to get back past us. So yeah, I think we're safe for anyone else behind. It's Lawson's battling Russell really till the end for P4, and Ricciardo's battling Bottas for the lead of the race. We've just about stayed in DRS there, but Bottas is certainly pushing. But there's going to come a point on those tyres where he can't push as hard. And what I want to do is just manage our tyres where we can. Want to build
Confirm.
big enough tyre delta, really. Although I've already got quite a bit there, 9%.
And in front of you is Bottas.
But where we can keep it on light. Around the outside, Danny Rick. Even on light, he's going to try and take the lead of the race, though. That was supremely done from the Honey Badger. And he takes the lead. Danny Rick started last in the pit lane, leads the race on merit, and he's got a great chance of winning this one.
You're doing a good job.
He's going to be fighting Bottas, as I say, for most of this. Russell back past Lawson, but them two are going to continue to squabble.
Focus on the race ahead.
Still 9% margin, so is Bottas on light as well now.
Gap behind 5.5.
Russell difference in tyres 5%, so it's not too bad here.
Tyres on the cool side.
As Bottas swings back into the lead here.
Okay.
But Ricciardo should have him back here.
Alrighty.
And we've conserved tyres all the way around that lap.
That's okay.
And again, we have a look
Yeah,
at the
do it.
inside, then we
Just
take the outside. And again, round this outside. Is Bottas going to try and hold the position this time? He is. But it's now up to 10%, that gap in tyre margin. So this is fine. We've just got to manage these gaps until the final few laps, and then we can have a real attack.
Keep up the lift off. You're doing a very good job.
Okay.
We'll try and top up a bit of battery as well with Ricciardo. That's what we're doing with Lawson as
Stay
well.
focused.
Though it's nearly close to breaking that DRS.
Okay, focus on recharge.
Understood.
Yeah, so we're still into this DRS. We're topping up. We're saving some tyre life.
Take it easy.
Understood.
Same with Lawson. He's nearly dropped out of the DRS to Russell, though.
Let's push.
And Ricciardo again, well, momentarily into
You
the
can
lead.
cancel or reduce lift off where possible.
Yeah, copy.
Right, Lawson has just fell out for a little while, so we do just need to attack with him.
Okay, so it's closing up a little bit.
Back marker is out of the way nicely. Gainsborough Trinity still drawing to Harrogate Town. Get in there, Gainsborough. What tyre is Bottas on? Bottas is on the soft tyre. And Lawson needs to find some time back on Russell here. This is working well for Danny Ric though. It's now 11% the tyre margin. And he's still within DRS. He's got a great chance to win this race as Danny Ric. And again, is Bottas going to hang on to it out there? Going to be going side by side through this banking on the left-hander here. Ooh, nearly squeezed us out wide. We're still side by side.
And that's a purple lap.
Lawson set the fastest lap of the race.
Cool the
Very
tyres.
much back into DRS on George.
Good job.
So just focus on bringing the tyre temperatures down.
Go.
Recharge on.
Okay, so we're first with Ricciardo. Fifth with Lawson. But as I say, Lawson battling for fourth. Because Piastri is out of touch. Unless, of course, we get a safety car or a red flag. And who knows what might happen. But we've now got 12% tyre margin on Bottas. So I think when the moment comes, we can try and bolt with Danny Ric.
Bottas in your DRS.
And Bottas is surely going to get past us again here. But we're not too bothered about position at the moment, as long as we're staying within the DRS of Bottas. And again, we're going to go side by side around here. We like this, don't we, with Bottas? Seen this a lot through the race, but we give it up that time to Valtteri. 15 laps to go. Lawson making the move now on George.
Yep. This is my pace.
So what we're seeing with the other Lotus and Mercedes, we're seeing with these two as well. Well, this is for P4 instead of P1. Oscar Piastri 11 seconds up the road, so he looks like he's got that done and dusted. Guru, hey buddy, how's it going? Hope you're well. That's now 13%, so I think this is looking very good for Danny Ric. Especially whilst we're getting this battery up. Good, thanks for asking. Good to hear, buddy. Good to hear. Piastri's only 4 seconds off these two, you know. And his tyre life is only 1% worse than Danny Ric, so Piastri might not even be out of contention. We see him there in the picture. As Ricciardo takes the lead again. So we've got to be mindful of Oscar.
Okay,
if Oscar gets within sort of 2 seconds, we'll probably need to go for that attack with Ricciardo at that point.
Good job.
But at this phase, I just want to get a bit of tyre margin, build that battery back up. 13% the margin. Battery's at 53%.
Keep trying.
Russell's
is
back past
7.5.
Lawson, but again, that's sort of the same thing going on over there between those two. That one's going to go all the way to the end. Piastri 3.2 now, so he is gaining.
Understood.
And Bottas frustrated. There's a yellow flag again. It is a virtual safety car.
Manage your tires.
Okay.
I'm going to pit Lawson
Deployed, dash positive.
for a laugh.
Dash positive.
We may as well have some fun here. Let's get Lawson in. Dragovic has retired. Atty, hi buddy. We don't see the crash, but he's out and off. Hope you're well, Atty. Right, so Ricciardo and Bottas stay out. Lawson, we're going to pit. He's going to go down to probably 7th here. But he'll have a really good tyre margin. And it's just to give us a bit of excitement, really.
So he's out the car. Watch out for debris.
Yeah, so we'll be behind Verstappen and Norris. Yeah, we'll be well clear of Hamilton. So Lawson, you know, that might lose us P4, but it's just to bring a bit of excitement to the race.
And that's currently P1. And behind
Augustin,
Bottas.
thanks for the follow, much appreciated. So, yeah, it's putting back 17 seconds behind Russell, to be fair, but it's all for the entertainment
Norris
purposes.
ahead of you. Okay, gap 10 seconds. Okay, so car behind is Hamilton. Gap 13.
Want to mix it up a bit, if not we're just going to be sitting there with George all the way through. Alright, now this is where we probably just need to go for it with Danny Rick.
Cheers.
That's helped Bottas tyre life out a little bit, but we've still got a good margin on him.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled.
Going well, Calpo win today. Good stuff, Atty. Have you heard Nissan have 4 to 5 months left or they're going bust? I have not.
Press and hold the overtake.
Not something that surprises me, though.
No
Okay,
concern
so
on tyre wear.
4 retirements. Lawson's just going to push those tyres now. I mean, we may have finished 5th anyway, so I hope we can get him at least back up to 5th. Right, Bottas very much staying with Danny Rick. Dan, thanks for the follow. Love Zandvoort all the way.
Okay, Bottas is in your DRS now.
Yes, good little track actually, Zandvoort. So Bottas is certainly pushing as well, but we're just going to continue this push. We've got more tyre life to work with. So Bottas can only push for so long, and he'll have to drop off those tyres. Hamilton's got a mechanical fault.
Very good luck.
As
Okay.
Bottas is trying to reclaim the lead. He is going to reclaim the lead. Or is he?
Charge on.
Yes, just through the left-hand banking, he is going to reclaim the lead. But Ricciardo right there with him.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
We can just save a bit of time margin while we sit
the head
behind
down.
him. And we'll push again. We're dropping Piastri, so Piastri's out of contention.
Okay.
Lawson, fastest lap of the race, 1:10.3. 3 seconds quicker than Lando.
We do need a little bit of lift off for the fuel.
Wow. So Lando, and a second and a half quicker than Verstappen. So I think Lawson very much will get those two.
Caution on the battery.
Copy.
Though we have used all that battery now, but that's fine. We'll go for a bit of top up with him.
Recharge on.
Okay, copy.
Right, here we go then. Danny Rick
You've got
for the
everything,
lead
you've got
again.
everything. Press and
We'll
hold
see how
available.
much battery Bottas has used to see how quickly he can come back
You
at
can
us.
still do it.
And there we go, Ricciardo back into the lead. But is Bottas going to stay with us again through this lap? There's 8 to go after this.
Good job. P1.
And we are slightly dropping him through this lap.
Copy.
It's up to 6 attempts to Bottas. I think he will get the DRS though. Because the DRS detection zone is here. Where we're about to
Get
go.
on tires, please.
And he will be in it. So he's going to still be with us.
So hang it on.
Atty, bye-bye. See you next live. No problem, buddy. It is lap 64. 64 of 72. Bottas is just out of DRS. He's just back in DRS. Oh, it's touch and go. I think he just about got it. Yes, he did. But Ricciardo is going to get DRS on these back markers shortly, so we're going to keep pushing. I think this is the moment. This is the moment to try and win this Grand Prix in Zandvoort. Lawson 3.4 off Norris, 5 off Verstappen. Good tyre life, though. We can keep pushing on that. Oh, come on. This RB is doing us no favours. Now we need him to hold Bottas up, though. Sonoda. And to be fair, he is holding Bottas up. Bottas just about still in 1 second, though. He's just dropped out, though. 1.1. 1.4, so this is looking good. We've used all the battery. It's now 1.6 to Bottas, though. Football header, it's a goal for Gainsborough. Good stuff. Big goal, big goal. Right, Ricciardo has got that DRS gap now. 2 seconds to Bottas. Can he do anything about that? I think it's restrictions on cars changeover. Maybe Aston Martin and Papa Stroll could buy them out. Second team for feeder drivers. Callie, you're going to bring Maldonado out for a time of season 3. The man, the myth. No chance. For Latifi, there was Pasto Maldonado. Right, Lawson 2.4 now off Lando Norris. Verstappen's only 5 seconds off Russell. We need to be having a little bit more pace than this, though, don't we? Lawson.
Norris ahead of you.
Never mind, it was offside. That's a shame, buddy.
We head down.
Right, 1.7 to Norris. I think if we get to the DRS, we should be absolutely fine. Last lap 1:11. Still 2 seconds. Well, 1.3, 1.6 quicker than Norris. 1.3 than Max. 1.3 than Russell. 1.3 a lap. 6 laps to go. Yeah, it could be doable to George still. It could still be doable to get George. Ricciardo's 3.5 seconds checked out. Ricciardo looking good for the win. How far can we get Liam Lawson up this grid?
You are doing a good job managing all your tyres.
Gonna get DRS here.
Norris ahead.
Pushing Norris along here. We need to get out of that slipstream. Open the DRS. Norris
Okay, crack on.
goes aggressive to attack the inside. So we're going to swap over to the outside. And just about, I think we're going to get that done with a superior grip on these tyres. Charlie, this is season 2.
Nicely done.
So race 14, I believe, or 15 of season 2. We've got 10 to go.
2.4.
But Lawson up to P6, now 2.2 to Max Verstappen, and then it'll be 6 seconds to George, so he's got to get on with this.
We will keep an eye on tire temperatures.
Ricciardo needs to keep it on the road, and he will win this race.
Copy.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those rear tires.
Okay.
Did you start with a very good car or something? We did not. We started with a terrible car last year. 2 seconds off Q2 when we started last year. But we researched heavily for 2025. That gave us a boost. And then most of the grid are not designing their cars this year because they're focusing on the 2026 rigs. So, yeah, we're sort of the second quickest car. So, yeah, it's been a good achievement. Don't think we're going to have enough to challenge for a championships this year.
At 1.3.
But who knows, because Ricciardo's on the way to win another race. That'll be back-to-back for us. Lawson, half a second off Verstappen. He's dragged Norris with him. And then it'll be the hunt for George Russell. Leonor, thanks for the message. Hope you're well. Right, here we go then. Lawson, 4P5. Then it's 4 laps. He's going to have to do what? 1.4, 1.3 a lap on George. And he can't be held up much longer here from Max Verstappen. Haven't really got battery to play with, which is a bit frustrating. But this should be Max disposed of. And Russell's got a mechanical fault. Oh dear. He's got a gearbox issue. Is that going to slow him down? He's got 6 seconds. Lamarel, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Right, 6.2. We've got clear air. We're past Max Verstappen. So the best we were going to do with Lawson this race, if we didn't pit, was going to be 4th. The worst was going to be 5th. So we're in that range again anyway. Let's give us a bit of excitement to pit and get some pace in us. But we're going to have to go some now to catch George Russell. 5.8. Ricciardo, his job done basically out there. 6.3 to Bottas. Piastri 3 seconds behind. Piastri's got a chance of second perhaps.
Okay, understood.
Right, it's 5.7. 5.6 to George. Just forward on as we've got 3 laps to go. Down to 5 seconds now. We've got a bit of traffic with Magnussen, then there won't be anything else. K-Mag's got to get out of the way of us here, though. We cannot lose any time. He does get out of the way. And we get a bit of DRS. That's a handy little boost for us. Right, 2 laps left for Ricciardo, but Lawson and Russell have not yet started the 71st lap. Yeah, one thing with Group Lotus having owned the team now known as Alpine is at least they are founded by Colin Chapman as well, not the same as Team Lotus.
So currently P5.
Yeah, so they're now Classic Team Lotus, so they still exist. They're just not in Formula 1. So the Chapman team, Classic Team Lotus, is still about.
3.3.
Down the road from me, and the old Lotus cars, Senna's cars, can all still be seen down there, and they race in classic races, but too expensive to bring them back to F1 now. Right, 3 seconds is the gap. I'm going to try and use the rest of this battery.
Press and hold the overtake.
Copy.
I think he's going to have one lap extra. I think we would have got him. Well, it's 2.5. I think George is going to survive here.
Okay, increase and lift off, please.
Yeah, copy that.
Ricciardo's on the final lap. He's got 7 seconds spare. It does look like Bottas is going to claim P2. But Lawson, it looks like we're just about going to run out of laps here. I think another lap or so, it would have been close. But as I say, we're going to finish P4 or P5 anyway, so I think pitting hasn't really cost us there. Got the fastest lap of the race as well. J Magic, hello. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, Russell looks like he's pushing now towards the end of this race. It does look like it's going to be 5th that Lawson needs to settle for. But Ricciardo is going to round this final corner. He started last. He started in the pit lane. But it doesn't matter because he's going to win this race in Zandvoort from last to first. What a race. And he's happy. The Honey Badger is very happy. He is very happy with that, and so he should be.
On P0, when you can, please. Thank you.
He got the benefit of a couple of safety cars, and that really helped him out. The first safety car staying out, jumping a lot of the grid, and then the second virtual safety car allowed him to get a cheap pit stop. And Danny Rick started 22nd, started from the pit lane, and ends up winning the race. The other way around, really, for Lawson. Started first, goes down to 5th, but again, we took the decision not to pit under that first safety car. It was very early on, it was touch and go, and only that's what cost him, so he finished. What's that? A long way off Danny Rick in the end, didn't he? Yeah, 27 seconds off his teammate, so a long way off. We took the decision to take that second stop there at the end, not a second stop, but another stop at the end, and just gave us a bit of fun. We weren't able to track down and chase down Russell, but we still finished P5, and it was going to be P4 or 5 anyway. But what a win again for Danny Rick. Jelly, yo, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. Jaquib, glad your driver win the race. Thanks, buddy.
That was a fantastic performance from Daniel Ricciardo.
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right.
Martin, hi, buddy. How's it going? A bit late. That's all right.
The team has been waiting.
You're here to witness Danny Rick in all his glory.
To each and every one of them. Well, we all love to see Daniel Ricciardo up there And he'll be grinning from ear to
Jaquib,
ear
you
as
were
he adds
very
another podium
on
to
one
his
of the very
tally.
early streams, if I'm remembering correctly.
A third win of the season has to leave them and the team feeling confident.
A sea of
So Skills, how
all
many
around.
seasons are you in? This is
They're
the
on top
second
of the world.
season, so we're coming
Here in
towards the back
Zandvoort.
end of the second season. This was Zandvoort, Martin. But there we go. What a result then. Danny Rick, actually I lied, he didn't start last because Hulkenberg started from the pit lane as well, just behind him. But still up 20 places, Danny Rick to win this one. What a result. Aaron, thanks for the follow. As I said, we got a bit fortunate to do that. It obviously wasn't on raw pace. No way could we have done that. But we benefited. This first safety car jumped us about 10, 12 positions because we decided to stay out while everyone jumped into the pits. He then made those tyres work. Then we had a virtual and we took a cheap pit stop. And in the end, we battled Valtteri. But the tyre margin was so good for us that we managed to just basically outwit Valtteri by saving our tyres there. G-Quib, yes. UV, thanks for the two-band super per character doing a shag sign with his hand saying cool. Oh, you do make me laugh. G-Quib W, thanks buddy. Yeah, so we just outwitted Bottas there by saving our tyres and then going for an attack at the end. So Danny Rick wins it, Valtteri Bottas second, Oscar Piastri third, George Russell fourth, Liam Lawson started on pole, but as I say, we made a mistake in the end in hindsight by not pitting under that first safety car. Max Verstappen sixth, Lando Norris seventh, Fernando Alonso eighth, Lewis Hamilton ninth, and Carlos Sainz 10th. And I think Charles Leclerc did get to the end of the race with his banged up Ferrari, but finishes a 17th. So I don't know why they didn't retire that. And a bit of an instant packed race with obviously Sergio Perez taking out Teo Porcher, Hulkenberg having a crash later on or the middle of the race, and then Drugovich towards the end. So a few virtuals and safeties there in the race as well. Liam Lawson also took the fastest lap. Car mix and McLaren Red Bull Techstar fast improvement. Indeed, we're doing big things. Welcome on the super sticker, mate. Yeah, much appreciated, you viewed. Not required, but as I say, very much appreciated. I do appreciate that. Valtteri Bottas still leads the Drivers' Championship, and I have been saying I don't think we can fight for a championship this year. But who knows? Look at this. That gap is coming down. Danny Rick. And do we need to start doing a McLaren? Papaya rules. As we've got, what, 9 races to go. Because Liam Lawson is not going to challenge, and if we've got a chance of challenging for the championship, it's a bit similar to what the gap was between Lando and Max, wasn't it, as well? So, yeah, potentially, we need, if we've got the chance to swap drivers, perhaps we need to start doing that. But it's Bottas who leads it, Danny Rick second, Oscar Piastri goes up to third on the same points as George Russell on fourth, Liam Lawson remains fifth, Max Verstappen sixth, his title defence is all but over, Lando Norris seventh, Charles Leclerc eighth, Lewis Hamilton ninth, and Carlos Sainz is 10th. Rest of the point scorers, Alonso 11th, Esteban Ocon 12th, Magnussen 13th, and Perez 14th. The rest yet to score. So K-Max got 1 point compared to Alonso's 39 in the Aston Martin. Constructors, Mercedes lead the way. This one looks like it'll be harder to chase down. Well, I think they'll both be hard to chase down, to be fair. But Mercedes remain first. No change in the top 3. We are second. McLaren third. Red Bull fourth. Ferrari fifth. Absolute awful race for them. Just 2 points. Aston Martin again 4 in 6th. And Williams are on 3. And then the rest yet to score. Don't think we did any great pit stops. They were all pretty bad, weren't they, to be fair? So, yeah, not great on the pit stops. But we remain 10th. Still Haas on the foot of the table. But there we have it. Look at that first from Danny Rick. What a result. We took those penalties and started from the pit lane. And we come back to finish first. What an amazing achievement from Danny Rick. Doing big things for us. And perhaps a championship battle is on in these remaining last 9 races. So if you've jumped in to the streams, if you haven't already, please do like the stream. Really does help me out. And it is really appreciated. We're going to be back on Tuesday. So every Tuesday and Friday, this series is streamed. So please do come back on Tuesday around about 7 p.m. GMT time. And yeah, if you're not already, please do head over to YouTube. That's where all the episodes of this series are on. So if you've come into the stream late, head over to YouTube and you can watch the live stream back. But also you'll see the highlighted episodes of the series, and they're out every Monday and Thursday. So the last race has just been released yesterday. The race in Zandvoort that we just seen will be out on Monday. So head over to there. If you're already on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you're on TikTok and Twitch, head to the profile in my bio. You will find my YouTube link. And as I say, we'll be back Tuesday to continue this Team Lotus F1 Manager series. And I hope you all have a good weekend and enjoy some actual Formula 1 at the weekend as well. See you on Tuesday.